opinions and views expressed by individuals during this broadcast are their own and may not be the opinions of this network, their group, or other organization they may be involved with.
Hola everyone! Buenas noches! Happy Tuesday night! I hope everyone is having a good day. It was, I swear it was a full moon today. It's a little crazy getting my ass to the beach today. I went for physiotherapy on my legs and it was real nice. So I enjoyed pain. I really did. So the first thing I want to rant about tonight is, so on fucking Facebook the other day, there was something from the University of British Columbia, so UBC, and UBC goes unclear about the roots of the opioid crisis. UBC researchers explain and offer 3 key strategies to stop it. So they got this little picture and it's got, what strategies could help? What? Treat substance use disorders as a public health problem. 2, find better treatments through research. 3, stop the international spread of the epidemic. So, I write, what do you think I'm going to write? So I write, free cannabis to all Canadians would stop a massive amount of addiction and death. Okay, so far we've got 2 hearts, 3 likes, and 4 laughs. Huh? Somebody said, I wouldn't, unfortunately. Completely different highs. Okay, so that's somebody who is, you know, they're addicted to some other substance and they don't think cannabis would make them happy. Okay. Somebody else writes, no, it would not. Huh? So I write back, why do you not think it would help addiction or death? I would love to hear your reasoning. Cannabis is the exit drug, not the starter drug. So now I have to wait and see. So, and I also wrote, and according to the United Nations, the reality is the most harmful part of doing any substance considered illegal is meeting the police, not the drug itself. I mean, we've sort of, you know, proven that over and over and over and over again. I mean, you know, these people going to jail for things that, you know, the reality is they're harming themselves and they're harming other people if they can't get the drug and then they have to steal and shit like that. So we'll see what comes of that. We'll see what his response was. A while ago, there was in the hemp group. I have to look at the hemp group. I haven't looked at the hemp group in a while. Someone went on saying, oh, like hemp was okay, but you can't have high THC cannabis. And so Amy's rebuttal to this person basically was, what prejudice or, mental issue do you have that precludes you from, allowing other people to enjoy the benefits of high THC? So she went on to say, if you don't like high THC, then you shouldn't use high THC things. But why? Because you believe it's wrong. Should that deny everybody fucking else the benefits of cannabis because you personally have a problem with it? So, I wonder what, is going to. So I asked a whole bunch of people in Germany, about this legalization that's going to happen. Plus, I asked for Zana in England. So I asked for Zana in England. What is Germany? What effect is Germany going to have on cannabis in England? And she said, absolutely no effect at all. Like, isn't that cuckoo? That there's going to be a place with, 80, 85 million people that's going to have legal cannabis this year. And what Farzana was telling me in England is they're not even going to look at cannabis again for 8 more years. That right now, that if you have a death-defying problem, you can go to your doctor and get a one-off cannabis prescription. It's not covered. You'll have to pay for it. It's irradiated. It's coming basically from Holland or Canada. And, prices are outrageous, but they have given them access. So as far as they're concerned, that we're okay. We're not, and then Farzana said the other problem is that there have been a whole bunch of people that basically have died. That these cannabis patients have actually died because limited access, not the right kind of cannabis, not, and so there aren't as many people screaming from the rafters in reality about how much need there is for cannabis and how good cannabis is. I mean, if you have a sick child and it takes you, weeks, months to, get the cannabis in your hands, and then it's not, it's not the quality of cannabis that the reality that, we're using in Canada. And then, then it's like, oh, gee, look, the cannabis didn't help them or the cannabis didn't work. But they put up so many roadblocks. Germany has a much better pharmaceutical medical system, at least, in terms of getting quality, fresh cannabis from your pharmacy. But it's going to be interesting because right now, the way the German thing is going to go is that you can grow your own. You can carry it around. They're talking about all these places that you can't smoke cannabis. And I was saying to my friends that are medical patients there, you guys are fucking gonna have to challenge this. You really are gonna have to challenge it. And, make people understand that when you need your cannabis, you need your cannabis. I mean, the ridiculous thing was, Jeremiah, when he first got his prescription, his bottle literally said how many times a day he was supposed to smoke this cannabis and how much cannabis he was supposed to use when he smoked this cannabis. And, I showed him my prescription in Toronto that basically says I'm allowed to do whatever the fuck I want. I decide what cannabis I get. I decide how much cannabis I need and when I need it. Not 8, 12, 4, and 8. So they're, in some ways they're, some of them are still looking at it like it's a pharmaceutical product, not a natural product. Jeremiah's lucky he now has a doctor who, pretty well lets him call the shots and lets him, and Jeremiah will check what's at the pharmacy and he'll be like, oh, I want to order this, this, and this. Be okay. Oh, we missed 7:10. It's 7:10 somewhere. It's 6:10 here in reality. But in 2 weeks, 2 weeks today, 2 weeks today, I'll be in Cancun and I'll be in the same time zone as you guys in Toronto, I believe. So the other thing was I bought some new crema. I thought we could look at it together. So it's called gel to peyote, but it also, so we'll open it up and see if it's as weird as the marijuana cream I bought. Oh my God, it's the same shit. Okay, let's see. Now, this one feels a little different. Oh, okay. Okay. I don't look like I'm going too green. It's lighter than the other one. Not as thick. Smells very minty or spearminty. It needs a little rough. The peyote. Con marijuana. I knew I had marijuana. Peyote, where's that? Con marijuana. So, peyote and marijuana cream. So there was this market that is now finished. Yeah, it's finished. It finished on Sunday. And it was all these people from Oaxaca, which is an area on the western side. And there was food, and I'm telling you, I like Oaxacan food way fucking better than Yucatan food. Way better. It's just, as Amy says, it just has more fucking flavor. It's tastier. And so there were people selling foods, there were people selling clothing, there were people selling, different remedies. And this one, because I haven't seen this peyote one in the drugstores here. Most of the pharmacies here, you can find some kind of cannabis cream, but it's expensive, okay? I mean, for down here, a bottle of cream this size would be 20 pesos. This says it's supposed to be 99 pesos, but it was 85 pesos. So this was just over $6. So that's not bad. Because I believe the little tube at the Pharmacia Similar is like 150 pesos or something. So it ain't cheap. And it's hard to know, what's in it. Is it really CBD based, or is it THC and CBD based? What actually is in there? Certainly not as good, I would think, as, what we have back home. Now, peyote is more in that Oaxaca area. So there is a town in Oaxaca State where peyote is legal. And you can go see a shaman in this town and do an experience. Go on a peyote journey, right? It's not trip like acid, but it's more journey. So that's, very interesting to know. And I believe there's lots of mushrooms around there too. And there's probably cannabis. Because Oaxaca is supposed to be a lot more canna-friendly place. The only problem is Oaxaca is, literally it's like in this desert area, and they basically have no water. So all the water there has to be trucked in. All the city water has to be trucked in. It's one of these places where, you turn your tap and there might not be water coming out. That you might have to wait, hours, days until you get water. So to me, being kind of friendly is one thing, but, not having basic services is another. And so they are actually really starting to hate the gringos that live in this area because, they think to themselves, if there weren't gringos here, then, maybe we wouldn't have as much of a water problem. Can you blame them? I mean, that's sort of the reality. So here we blend in a little batter. Nobody fucking talks to me English. I don't know what to fucking tell you people, but nobody talks to me in English here. Everybody talks to me just in Spanish, and just look, when I answer in English, they just look at me stumped, completely stumped, because I look to them like I should fucking be speaking Spanish, okay? Should fucking know what's going on. Of course, but the reality is I don't. My brain has just been so fucking befuddled this trip that trying to think in Espanol is difficile for me. I did a little better today. I had quite a conversation in my Uber today, I will say. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. It's Cannabis time. Everybody's Cannabising soon. I wish I was Cannabising a bit. The reality is we've had a lot of shit to fix on this poor fucking old body. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see, but I really try and keep the sun off my face, okay? But I don't know, if I come closer, you'll see I'm definitely darker on my body than my face. But I'm certainly not as dark. I mean, I'm sure when I get back home, people are going to be like, weren't you just in Mexico for like so many months? And I will say to you that I am, like, it's been really hot the last week now. And so I have definitely gotten more sun this past week. Definitely, for sure, hands down. Even though I'm, trying to cover myself, they were laughing at me in Chalem. I walked by this house today and they were just laughing, these two guys. And because I got my umbrella, I'm putting my hat on, I got my sunglasses. And I said, no, Progresso, they called me the Vampiro Dama. Yeah, because I have to like stay out of the sun. The sun really is mouth for you. It really is. And I've had so many lovely facials. I'm gonna have to have one more facial before I leave. I'll have to book that. To at least have one more before I come home. And my calendar, you guys think that I've been like, sitting here doing nothing, lying by a pool. This is literally like just, every month has just been tough. But like, I'm fucking busier. I've been busier the last 3.5 months for sure than I was in Toronto, I believe, the last 3. Like, just, I can't believe how much shit I have done while I have been down here. There will be a point where I tally it up. But this is the only way to grow old. And that's what I'll say to you guys, okay? That you have to be very proactive. Oh, I missed 420, 620, 720, all the 20s. So come in, you gotta. You have to be very proactive with your health. The way that, we look at old age in Toronto and Canada is this, let's just see if we can just keep them alive, breathing. Who cares about the fucking quality of life? But as long as they're breathing, we fucking did it. Grandma's breathing. Mom's breathing. Of course, they can't fucking do anything. They haven't fucking been able to do anything for, 5 fucking years. All they do is sit in front of the, fucking TV and wear diapers and, don't have much of an existence, in my opinion. And down here, not one single doctor have I gone to said I'm old. Okay? They look at me and they go, you're not old. Thank you. Of course I'm not old. Toronto. They look at your card. They see what age you are and they go, oh, you're old. So that means you don't get this, you don't get that, you don't get this, because we're going to put the 30-year-old the front of the line, because the 30-year-old has 35 years of fucking working and paying taxes left. If they fuck up that 30-year-old, like, fuck, they're fucking up a 60-year-old? How much more taxes are we going to pay, when we get old? So, down here, they don't pay taxes the same way. So the reality is, they don't care if you're old. You're a person that needs to be fixed, no matter what. There's no issue of the taxes, how much money they're going to lose or not lose. So it's just, are you willing to pay? The reality is, half the things I've dealt with down here are not covered under OHIP. Okay? Maybe even 3/4 of the things that I've done down here, not covered under OHIP. Okay? All the money I'm spending, I still would have had to spend in Toronto to deal with these problems. So I got some warmth out of the deal. I actually got some better care out of the deal. I actually know what's fucking wrong with me. Honest and truly, I have a much better idea than anything my Canadian doctor has said to me over the last fucking 4 years. And literally, I think to myself, is just going to the doctor in Toronto just like a waste of my time and money and energy? It's local. I want this guy to be my doctor. I mean, he's a little far if I live in Toronto. I'll have to come down once or twice a year and say hello. But, it's crazy because do I feel as good as I did the last 2 years? No. I'm still in pain because I still have, problems that need to be fixed. But hopefully we will fix our problems. I am going to do stem cell therapy tomorrow and get a gazillion needles. And my belief is whatever it costs, but I think of trying to walk on my rotten knees for the next 20, 30, 40 years. And what would be available for me back under OHIP, it's a no-brainer. So I hopefully will, in time, after being a human guinea pig, I sort of feel, it's regulated. It's actually a regulated industry in Mexico, stem cells. It's not a regulated industry really in Canada or the States, as far as I know. I think there's some regulation in the States because they still, there's only certain kinds of cells they can use in the States. Down here, there's lots of cells they can use. But I'm hoping that this will help solve my problemas, and then I'll come back to Canada, and my knees will start repairing themselves from within, and that that I can have a better quality of life. Because I hate to say how, now the one problem I have in my knee will basically get to the point where my knee won't bend it. Or if it does, will be extremely painful. So why do I want to, continue going forward with that on my calendar, of which my Canadian doctor hasn't even fucking, said a fucking word about this shit. Oh no, you've just got, early arthritis. Oh no, my long bones, but not my kneecaps. My kneecaps are shot. So that's the way the knees crumble. Hopefully I can get some help and I won't be, walking around with pain like Uncle Tony and waiting for, knee replacements like Naomi. And Naomi's doing a lot better. She's out of the hospital and she is recovering. I can hardly wait to see her in 3 weeks. Anyways, kids, I'll say goodnight to you guys. And I didn't even get to the article I wanted to talk about. Next time, hugs, kisses. Bye. Oh, hang on. No. That's not what I meant to do. Hang on. Now I have to go. My shirt's not.
Are you a Northern Ontario resident searching for credible information on cannabis as a medicine? No Sir is here to help. Established in 2013, Northern Ontario Cannabis Education and Resources is here for you. No Sir Director Kim Cooper brings you 45 plus years experience utilizing cannabis as a medicine and is spreading the education across the North. Activism, resources, referrals, and more at No Sir. Don't be a jackass. Say no sir to cannabis propaganda with No Sir. Find us at www.nocer.ca. Advertising space available at NOK. Contact us for a rate sheet at knocknetwork.com. Send us a message on our social media platforms or email us at info@noknetwork.com.
Buenas noches, everyone. Smoke